welcome. It's Rose again. So I figured I'd do a tag. Um, I did this tag a while ago on my channel, but I was kind of like camera shy and wasn't really like in the video. It was more like questions and words. And that was at the point I was trying to quit my channel and I never did. But let's get into this tag. It's the first time tag. So the first app you check when you wake up in the morning. I check Instagram first. Like, I used to love me some Facebook. Now I'm like, whatever. First broken bone. I've never broken a bone. First foreign country you ever visited. I've came from a foreign country. I was born in South Korea, but I never visited a foreign country. First Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook post. So on my other Instagram, I remember the first post was like it was raining, and I've had my Instagram for 2012 and 2019, like 7 years now. That's crazy. First Twitter post, it was back in 2010. I was about to go to prom with my boyfriend at the time or something like that, and I was posting on there. And then my first Facebook post was in 2010 as well, and yeah, Facebook post was like I would just like post like all the time on Facebook, and I think I said something like doing my homework, and it was like right before I graduated. It was like in my senior year. First makeup item, I would have to say it was eyeshadow. First plane ride I ever went on to come here to America. First time I ever got in trouble at home and school. I don't know. First time you were allowed to put on makeup, prom. First YouTuber you subscribed to. Honestly, it's been so long ago. It was probably Urban Sims. If y'all like Sims, go to her channel. She has the bombest Sims. Like, she doesn't use a lot of custom content, but dang, they look good. First time you went shopping on your own, I probably had to say like when I was 17. I was going grocery shopping. I think it was at State of Brothers. So that was at my first boyfriend or girlfriend. My first boyfriend was when I was 14. And like, my first best friend. Okay, so this was when the boyfriend would come later. My first best friend was when I was like 9 years old, and it was this girl. Let me give her a name, Carlene, and we were like really close and stuff. My first car, I don't have one. My first celebrity crush, Morse Chestnut. My first cooking experience, does grilled cheese count? My first crush, okay, it was this little boy. You know, I thought he was cute. And I remember I was 11, and I remember I walked up to him and I said I love you to him. That was embarrassing. Like, you young kids, don't just be walking up to someone and saying you love them. My first ever boyfriend, again, now I could tell y'all, I was 14 years old, and this guy, we were friends all the way until, I guess, now, because he messed it up. But yeah, he was my first boyfriend. Like, yeah, like, he was it. My first ever cell phone. Okay, so I was 13 at the time, and I went to Washington DC because it was like a school trip, and I had gotten a cell phone from my family, and it was it was like those track phones, but it was like a really, really small phone, and I could only use it to just call. There was like no internet thingy until I got my iPhone, which was like after I graduated from high school. Because during that whole time span between 13 and 17, I would just use like pay-as-you-go phones or track phones or stuff like that. My first ever date, that was like a real legit date, was 2 years ago with this idiot of a guy. He wasn't an idiot then, but afterwards he became an idiot. My first ever girlfriend, so we skipping that one. My first ever kiss, okay, I was 14, and this was with my second boyfriend, so there's that. My first fear, death. My first friend in college, let me see. I don't remember. My first heartbreak, don't remember that either. My first Instagram post, I just mentioned it. My first internet activity, Why are some of these questions just all similar? I'm gonna skip down some. My first job, the one I have right now, this is the first job I've ever had, and I've been doing this job for like 3 years. My first language is English, of course, and I know how to speak a little Spanish and a little French. Very pequeño Spanish, very pequeño Español. My first pet, I've never really had dogs or cats, so I would say a goldfish. My first piercing, and when did I get it? I got my ears pierced, and that was back when I was younger. My first sexual experience. I don't know if I want to talk about that on here, so we're just gonna move on. My first swear word. At the time, I thought stupid was a bad word. But I remember, this is bad, like, don't start cussing when you're young. But I was like 12, and I think my first swear word was like MFer. That was my first swear. Like, so funny. But my first, damn, which one? My first tattoo. Okay, so here's another story. This video gonna be long, so get you some coffee or a drink. My first tattoo was, I was gonna get one when I was 18, but I never got it. It was gonna be Tinkerbell. Glad I didn't get that, because I don't even like Tinkerbell anymore. My first thought today, what am I gonna wear? Ugh. My first time on a plane, came in here. My first time on a ship, never been on a ship. Never been on a train. My first toy, it was probably a Barbie. I don't remember. My first tweet, I already mentioned it. My first YouTube video. Okay. My first YouTube video. It was 4 years ago in March. It was a this or that tag. The lighting was dark. Like, your girl Rose did not know nothing about lighting. And that's pretty much that. The first book I remember reading, I don't remember. The first concert I ever attended, a Prince concert. May he rest in peace. The first movie I remember seeing, Rugrats in Paris. The first person I talked to today, my friend. The first person that ever broke my heart. Okay. So this was like, dang, it was that long ago. In like 2013, I really liked this guy. Like, we got along really well. Like, we didn't see each other that much, you know, but we got along really well. And then he texted me out of the blue on Facebook saying, I don't have feeling for you no more. So that was my real, like, first heartbreak to me. All those other guys, nah. But that guy, I liked him, so. The first person you text when something exciting happens. Boo thing. Yeah. The first text I sent today. I don't remember that either. The first thing I do when I get home. Clean. The first time you ever got drunk. I make it a point to not get drunk, so there's that. The first wedding I attended, still working on that one. When did you go to your first party? I've never been to a party. When did you have your first sleepover? Okay, so I've had sleepovers with like my cousins, but as with like girlfriends and stuff, I never really had a sleepover. And first time I got a speeding ticket, your girl not driving yet, so there ain't no speeding ticket. And first time I got in a fist fight, that was in high school, you know, just stupid crap. But anyways, that is it for this, my first time tag. If y'all, I would love to do a Q&A, so if y'all watched till the end, leave some questions down in the comments, and I will answer them. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all next time. Bye.